one way of making sure you pump up manufacturing in any country, in India, the US, China, anywhere, is to start making cars, man. Like, what are the best ways in which you have an economy, where you manufacture, so you're a manufacturing economy, and you manufacture something that every citizen wants to get their hands on, and that is cars. Cars sales numbers are usually seen as a metric of consumer confidence, in their own economy and their own ability to make money and save money and spend money. Can tell us something, apart from all the bad news we've been getting, US Fed wants to hike rates, RBI might not cut rates.
I'll start with reiterating something that Karthik said. Despite all the good news, 30% of auto parts imports are still happening from China in India.
Wow.
So I'll start from there.
Okay.
Auto parts will come later. Auto retail is up 10% year on year.
Okay.
Month on month, it is down 5% this last month because of a heavy rainfall. Three-wheelers did the maximum lifting in that growth number, 74% up. Two-wheelers 8%, passenger vehicles 4%, commercial vehicles 2%. I'll come to the specifics, all that is there. In passenger vehicles, Maruti was up 10%, Hyundai up 6%, Tata Motors up 6%. Two-wheelers, Hero was down 1%, Honda up 9%, TVS up 18%. Here is the kicker now. Three-wheelers, Bajaj was 115% up last month. Commercial vehicles, Tata Motors was down 6%, Mahindra up 2%, Ashok Leyland up 2%. Most of them were up. So, good figures.
So commercial vehicles up, cars, four-wheelers up. The three-wheelers are the only, it's been a quantum jump. Karthik, does that, you think better growth in the rural economy, because three-wheelers are largely either they're autos in a city or they are, carrying goods and people in the rural economy?
Yeah, I think one could safely say that. But, three-wheelers growth is technically not an indication of either of the two, rural or urban, right? Urban economic growth is directly correlated with sale of four-wheeler passenger vehicles, as we call them. And bikes and two-wheelers are an indicator of rural economy to pick up, right? Unless, of course, we are talking about the Royal Enfields or the Harley Davidson.
Of course not.
Yeah, so per se, I think the matrix is very simple. Four-wheelers growth reflects growth in urban mobility, hence urban consumption. Two-wheeler growth in rural consumption. As long as both these numbers are up, we are talking about an overall good situation to be in from a national economic growth standpoint. Right. Three-wheelers, I think I'll have to look at the data to see were there some discounts going in the month of July. Is it seasonal because they have a certain life, right? So we'll have to look at that data to really be able to pinpoint exactly what three-wheeler sales indicate. Because these are not farm vehicles, right? I mean, if it is tractor sales or something, one is able to very directly associate that, okay, farm output is increasing, farmer income is increasing, it's good news.
I think we were talking about this subject a few days back. Three-wheelers, electric vehicles also have seen big penetration.
Right.
So probably that has added up to the numbers.
In sort of, public mobility is shifting to electric vehicles. Whether you look at buses, I think if you look at buses, a similar data should emerge that electric buses would have sold in percentage terms more than regular diesel buses or CNG buses in percentage terms, maybe not absolute numbers. I think that is something which should reflect even on three-wheelers, because that shift of electric mobility is happening quicker in modes of public transportation than private transportation. In fact, India has widened its gap of electric mobility as a ratio of or a proportion of conventional fuel as compared to Europe and rest of the world.
Absolutely. Just want to add one more thing. Now you have cab services coming in, which are purely electric vehicles, who say that we offer you a cab which doesn't hurt the environment and gives you mobility at the same way. So that's the way forward, but I'm afraid we've completely run out of time here on this edition of Business Plus this Tuesday morning. Thank you, Karthik, and thank you, Amit, for joining us and taking time out. And with that, it's a wrap here from my side. This is Krishna Kumar signing off. Keep it with News 9 Live.